In today's video, we're going to talk about India's spy agency called RAW, Research and Analysis Wing, which is becoming more and more like Mossad. Let's explore its controversial and dangerous operations. What is RAW? RAW, Research and Analysis Wing, is India's intelligence agency that performs a variety of operations such as gathering foreign intelligence, counter-terrorism, counter-proliferation, advising India's policymakers, and advancing foreign strategic interests. Besides that, RAW is also involved in securing India's nuclear program. It works under the jurisdiction of India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The agency was formed on 21 September 1968 and played roles in many major events, including the accession of the state of Sikkim to India in 1975. Apart from that, the agency was very active worldwide, and it was involved in operations in Senegal, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, China, Iran, Nepal, Pakistan, Germany, Italy, Canada, and others. Its headquarters is located in the capital, New Delhi, and its current chief is Ravi Sinha, while the first secretary is Rameshwath Nath Kaul. Testimonies of RAW's ex-official and the case with Canada. RAW is considered controversial and notorious thanks to its numerous missions ending in assassinations of enemies, terrorists, separatists, and others under suspicious circumstances. Those victims were frequently accused of anti-Indian activities, and that's what qualified them for the blacklist or maybe hit list. Recently, Hardeep Singh Nijjar, Canada-based chief of the banned Khalistan Tiger Force, was assassinated outside of Gurdwara in British Columbia, Canada. Canadian security services are actively trying to find and arrest the perpetrators. For an extended period of time, Canada has been organizing Khalistan anti-India raids. Khalistan Tiger Force has been promoting Khalistan, a separate nation defined by its religion, Sikhism, which they want to carve out from India's Punjab state. For 2 decades, Punjab has been suffering active domestic revolts and Pakistan-sponsored terrorism. Tragic demises under the veil of mystery. Avtar Singh Kanda was a Khalistan supporter and chief of the banned Khalistan Liberation Force, who was seen as a bomb expert by intelligence agencies. Kanda was accused of attacking and removing the tricolour from the Indian High Commission complex in London. On June 16, Kanda lost his life, most likely due to poisoning in a hospital in Birmingham in the UK. On the other hand, the assassination of Paramjit Singh Panjwar, Pakistan on May 6 was something that was a precedent in the world of espionage and assassination. Most of the ex-RAW officers expressed their wish to remain anonymous after giving away this information. But one of them, R.K. Yadav, was very vocal about problems regarding RAW. Yadav thinks that these casualties aren't just a coincidence. He stated that the National Security Advisor Ajit Doval isn't a person who wouldn't do anything about taking down the Indian flag from the Indian High Commission premises in London. Practically, this means that he indirectly accused him of poisoning Avtar Singh Kanda. On March 19th, some Khalistani supporters attempted to take down the Indian tricolour from the High Commission premises in London and tried to replace it with the yellow flag of the Khalistani movement. Indian security managed to react and prevent it. India's premier investigating agency, the NIA, National Investigation Agency, has registered a criminal complaint under the relevant section of the Indian Penal Code, the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, and the Prevention of Damage to Public Property Act in this incident. NIA has released a video of the incident in order to help identify people who were involved in the raid on the High Commission. Allegedly, 3 people were accused of the attack, and Avtar Singh Kanda was considered a mastermind behind the whole operation by NIA and the FIR, First Report, and they appealed to the public to help gain information on the accused. 2 days after naming Kanda as responsible for an attempt of taking down the Indian tricolour, he lost his life under mysterious circumstances. Some people think Kanda passed away due to poisoning, while some other sources claim he had blood cancer. In most cases like this, when a person loses their life under unexplained conditions, official confirmation of the cause never arrives, but rather stays a mystery forever. Be that as it may, many people were aware of the situation and concluded that the Indian spy agency were the ones to blame. What really surprised people was the fact that RAW started to look like the CIA or Israel's Mossad and performed assassinations following their example. Their executions started resembling ones from Hollywood movies. Was Gopandwant Singh Pannu's fatal accident real or fake? Allegedly, a US-based extremist who advocates for the separation of the Sikh state, Khalistan Pannu, fell victim to a road accident in California. For the past couple of years, Pannu was wearing banned clothes with captions saying, "Sikhs for Justice," in support of Khalistan, which might have provoked many people. Eventually, pictures of a road accident on a California highway with a truck rammed into a car emerged on social media and in the news, with numerous claims that Pannu was in one of the vehicles. Later, Pannu took a video of himself addressing the public and posted it to social media in order to reject fake claims. Some people still think he was a victim in the accident but managed to escape from the scene. What has changed in the Indian agencies since the new government was installed? India hasn't launched a counterattack against one of the worst terrorist attacks in that country, which took place in Mumbai in 2008, even though Indian agencies had the intel that terrorist organizations were operating from Pakistan. There weren't any counterattacks or covert operations registered by the crack team of Indian intelligence agencies. Basically, at the time, India didn't have enough capability to successfully perform such tasks. But as time passed, India became a powerful nation and more independent and capable government. Before that, one phone call from American officials could have immensely influenced decisions of the Indian government, but nowadays the situation has changed. Today, US congressmen and other officials have a sincere desire to take autographs from Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The biggest change in the functioning of the Indian agencies was their approach to terrorism. Indian agencies started neutralizing Khalistani separatists and terrorists. They also started eliminating those responsible for terrorist attacks and other problems, including plane hijackings in India's Jammu and Kashmir regions. One of the most famous plane hijackings was the IC-184 hijacking of an Indian Airlines plane from Kathmandu airport. Eventually, Zahur Mistry, who was involved in this venture, was assassinated in Karachi by an unknown gunman. The famous hijacking was evidence that nothing functioned well in the country at the time. First of all, the Indian security system was weak, since it couldn't prevent the hijack from happening in the first place, while the government showed its incapability since it allowed the release of the 3 dreaded terrorists from Indian jails, instead of releasing the plane and the passengers. Other bizarre covert operations performed by Indian agencies under the patronage of the new government. Rapudiman Singh Malik was also a wanted person because he was involved in the 1985 Air India bombing, and as a result he was assassinated in Surrey in the UK in July 2022. Harvinder Singh Sandhu was accused of the 2021 RPG attack on the Punjab police in Mohali. Apparently, he lost his life due to a drug overdose at a hospital in Pakistan, but there are some doubts about that. On February 20, 2023, Bashir Ahmad Pir Hizbul, a Mujahideen commander, fell victim to a shooting in the Rawalpindi area of Pakistan. He was responsible for operations of HM in Pakistan, including the newly trained terrorists as well as crossings of the line of control to the Indian side. Commander of one of the banned organizations, Syed Khalid Raza, was assassinated outside his house in Karachi on February 27, 2023. An ex-RAW official claims that Indian agencies are now capable of pulling off these demanding operations, thanks to the country's new immense strength and a better position in the context of interstate relations. India is now in a position to dictate terms and can always launch a counterattack to fight off any anti-Indian elements and attacks, and doesn't even need to fire a bullet to eliminate enemies mercilessly. According to an ex-RAW spy, India doesn't send commandos to finish tasks in foreign countries because there are always people ready to work for RAW under any conditions. Thanks to all these massive changes in RAW, this Indian spy agency is slowly becoming the new Mossad, as claimed by many people. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and comment on this video. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you like what we're doing and you want us to continue with more cool content. Until the next time.